last one, of course, I had some technical difficulties. There was an echo, like a really bizarre echo that, yeah, I had to stop it in order to be able to hear because the echo was like stuck on a loop or something like that. So unfortunately, that video I had to stop, but we are here, we are live, and I'm back and I'm excited. So I'll wait for a few folks to join and then we're going to continue with the live. So we'll just hang out a bit and then I'm going to get this other one all set up. I'll have to just copy and do some other little things here to get everything back up and running. I had in my other one a whole bunch of links and everything all set up. So that's unfortunate, but it's all good. We're going to keep trucking along with what we have. And as we're waiting, I'm just going to finish my lip. I am going to give you my lip combo in just a second. I'll show you what I'm using. I'll show you guys what I'm using in just a second. I have been loving When Beauty. When Beauty has been amazing. One of my faves. I'm using the Makeup Forever Limitless Brown 608. And then I'm using When Beauty. When Beauty's lipstick in Cheer. Cheer has been one of my absolute favorite shades. It's like a beautiful orangey-ish, reddish shade. Absolutely love it. It's gorgeous. It's what I have on right now. One of my absolute favorites. Okay, so I'm going to make sure everything is going okay on this end. Bear with me as I get this going. Okay. Here we go. Thank you guys for joining. Thank you for watching the replay and all of that. I appreciate it so, so much. Just trying to transfer all of this information over because I want it all to make sense. So again, thank you so much for joining me. It seems like every week I have some kind of technical difficulty, but we make it through each time and time again. So I'm going to post the links in the description to all the resources that I found for this week's chat. So that way you guys can start clicking around as we are beginning the chat here. Hello, thank you guys for watching and coming and joining me. Hi guys, welcome, welcome. So make sure you guys check out the description and then we will get started in just a sec. So that way you guys can see the resources and we'll get started with our chat because we have a lot to talk about. A lot. So make sure you guys go grab something to eat, grab something to drink, and welcome to my channel. Hey y'all, welcome, welcome. If you could please like this video. I'm so grateful for all of the likes. It helps YouTube to push it out so more people can see it. And I greatly appreciate all of that. All the likes and everything like that. Hi, welcome. Thank you so much for joining. Please like this video and also subscribe. I'm so close to 2,000 subscribers. So I would greatly appreciate it if I can get close to those 2,000 soon. All right, guys. So here, let me upload this. I just put all of the links here in the chat so everybody can start to see the links. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. Thank you guys for hanging out with me and letting me get through those technical difficulties. All right, so my name is C. Michelle and welcome to my channel. We talk about all things beauty, fashion, and faith here. And we are having our Saturday Night Live. It's technically a Friday night live, but today is the day we're doing it instead of yesterday, where we talk about all things beauty and fashion while building community and fellowship. So this is an interactive session. So I want you guys to communicate, to leave me comments in the chat, to talk back. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you guys for the smiles, the hearts, and all of that jazz. But while you're here, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel so you're always abreast of everything that I'm doing. I post a lot during the week, but we always have our Friday night chats. So make sure you guys just double tap the screen to like this video and subscribe so you're up to date on everything that's going on. I want to know where you guys are watching from. So let me know the states that you guys are in. So feel free to post that in the chat where you guys are all watching from. And then I'm going to finish putting in this information so you guys can start to look at the resources that I put in the chat. Make sure you guys double tap the screen here. Give me a like so I know you're enjoying the the live. And yeah, all right, so hold on a sec. Let me go ahead and put this in here. Is anybody watching the Olympics? I love the Winter Olympics. I am watching the Winter Olympics right now. That is my thing. I love winter sports. So let me know in the comments if you guys are enjoying the Winter Olympics with me, because I know I surely am. All right. Enough with the chit chat. Again, thank you for watching and watching the replay if you are catching this after I am done. All righty. So first, we're going to start with The Devil Wears Prada. They are coming out with a second movie. And if you are a fan of the original one, this is where I need you guys to comment. I need your feedback. I need your thoughts. I want to know how you guys are feeling about it. As an original Devil Wears Prada watcher, I loved that movie. It's a nostalgic movie. Oh, thanks for the likes. Thanks for the thumbs up. And I put the trailer in the description box, the link to the trailer in the description box, because if you have a chance, just take a peek at it. I think it's going to be good, but I just get a little nervous when they do sequels and things like that because, you know, I don't know. I haven't seen it yet. Obviously, it's not out, but I'm going to give it a shot, but I just hope that it's good still. Sometimes, I don't want to say leave well enough alone, but like with And Just Like That. If anybody watched And Just Like That, if anybody watched, that's the spinoff to Sex and the City, if anybody watched like another dupe to something that they're trying to, you know, keep relevant and anything like that, it kind of doesn't translate well. And Just Like That, if you watched the series, I had a few podcast episodes where I was talking about that. And I was just thinking about it like, wow, that as much as I wanted to love And Just Like That, it didn't really translate well. So I'm hoping that this movie doesn't tarnish a classic. I'm hoping that it is equally as good. Like, I don't know if you guys read like a novel and then it comes out to be a movie and they typically say the book is better, kind of something like that. So I'm just hoping that this is still good, because I will always just reference to the first one if the second one doesn't work out for me, or if I choose that it's just not where it's at. But let me know in the comments what you guys are feeling about the movie, or if you are going to see it. I am definitely going to watch the movie. Hey guys, thanks for joining. If you can give me a like, please, and subscribe to the channel. I'm almost at 2,000. That would be awesome. I'm definitely going to watch it. Like, I'm going to watch the Tyra Banks America's Next Top Model documentary. I believe that comes out next week. I believe it's next week, the 16th or the 14th, but it comes out the third week of February. I'm very excited about that. And I wonder too, are they doing that to possibly come back with a new season, with a new iteration of it? Like, what's going to happen with it? But that's another nostalgic show. Like, who knows what's going to happen. But I'm interested to seeing that documentary as well. Okay, so another thing that is interesting is there is a new department store on the brand called Sukosi. Sukosi, I believe, is how you pronounce it. But it's another one on the market. So I'm super excited. A small act of kindness and a Q&A sticker. There you go. I have no idea what I just pressed on. I have no idea. A small act of kindness you remember? I don't know, but feel free to respond to that. Something just popped up on the screen and I just clicked it, so whatever. I don't know how long that's going to stay there, and I don't even know if you guys can see it on your end, but yeah. But there's a new department store called Sukosi. I don't think I can post in the chat. Otherwise, I will put the link to it, but again, it's in the description box. Sukosi is a department store that sells all of K-beauty. So it's really interesting. So Sukosi says it's a North American leading destination for trending Asian beauty. Since 2018, we've been curating the best in skincare, makeup, and style. Backed by deep expertise and passion for discovery, we bring a little bit of beauty every day through thoughtfully selected products, immersive experiences, and personalized guidance. Okay, that sounds nice. So it says, with our community at our core, we prioritize quality, authenticity, and innovation to bring beautiful moments, big and small, closer to you. So that is their about us, their mission. They have a few stores. Let's see where their locations are. They look like they're in more heavily populous areas, like the LAs of the world, the Atlantas, and things like that. I don't see them in smaller areas, but they're in all throughout Canada. But the store is, it seems like it's super adorable. It's pink and green. If you know, you know. It's very colorful. Hey guys, thanks for joining me. If you can give my channel a like and subscribe. I am so close to 2,000. I would greatly appreciate it. And let me know you're enjoying the live tonight. But Sukosi has a lot of stores throughout Canada. They have some in New York, California, Florida, Georgia, Illinois, Nevada, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Texas, and Washington. Has anybody been to this store? I am so curious about it. It looks adorable. And like I said before, it's pink and green. If you know, you know. And it just looks like it's fun to be in there. It doesn't look overwhelming with the amount of shelving and products. It looks like it's really shoppable. Sometimes when you walk into a makeup store, it can be a bit overwhelming because it's so many aisles, it's so much product, it's so much of just so much. So it's nice when you can just walk into a store and not be super overwhelmed with product. But again, this is primarily K-beauty. But however, the article I read tried to make it seem as if it's a big competitor to Sephora. So I'm not necessarily sure if it is, because it seems like they're selling two completely different products. K-beauty versus like all the Americanized brands that are in the US. So I'm not really sure if that will be considered a competitor or not, just due to the fact that they sell different things. So let's see here. The website is adorable. Again, I linked it in the description, and it has a cute like cat or like fluffy, it looks like a chow chow or some type of dog as the cursor. So as you're moving about, the cursor is like the little cat and dog is moving with you, and it's super cute. It's really, really cute. So I'm just looking at a lot of the stuff that they have here, and a lot of these brands I don't necessarily recognize. Some are Mixun, some by me, PDRN, APLB. Oh gosh, lots of brands that I'm not familiar with. But again, I'm not too familiar with K-beauty. I am learning more about K-beauty, but I'm not necessarily super abreast of it. I know it requires, I guess, or not requires, but most people that do K-beauty have lots of different steps, like 10 steps in their skincare routine. I'm very simple. I have like 2 steps and that's about it. So speaking of K-beauty, I wanted to mention this sounds kind of gross, but it's a new product that is focusing on, at first it was snail mucin. Everybody was into snail mucin, so that's where you have the CosRX and brands like that, where they're taking something from a snail and putting it in a product. Well, I guess the newest craze is semen from salmon. I have no idea. I have no idea. I have not tried it, but I am becoming abreast of it because I'm starting to see it in more places where, um, there we go. I'm trying to get rid of this thing here. There we go. Where it is salmon semen apparently that is being put in products, and they're saying that it will give you the perfect glass skin. I believe it is PDRN, or that's what the product, that's what they're calling it. Like that's the name of it specifically, but I'm not sure if anybody has any information on that. Let me know, but I know that that is like the latest skincare craze. And it just seems like a lot of these like snail mucin, now salmon stuff is being used to put in skincare. So it's really interesting how the beauty industry is, and I don't know if this has always been a thing, but it is turning to um, stuff like that. So I don't know if it's gimmicky. I don't know if it really works. I haven't tried it just because I stick to my tried and trues. My skincare consists of Dove soap. If I'm having a breakout or any kind of hyperpigmentation, I use black seed oil, and then that's it. And before makeup, sometimes I put on, no, not sometimes, a lot of times, I'll put on the Peter Thomas Ross Water Drench moisturizer, and that's it. Like, I don't know. I haven't really dug too deep into these type of things because I wonder, I wonder if it really works, and I'm just going to leave that there. But if you are a fan of these kind of products like the CosRX and the, smells, those things that I mentioned prior, please let me know how they work because I'm not opposed to trying it. It's just, I just want it to be on the market a little while longer before I spend my money on it. Now, if anybody is familiar with Harlem Fashion Row, that is a Black owned, let's say maybe a marketing company owned by a woman named Brandice. Again, the link is below, but they just had a collaboration with Macy's and the collaboration looked awesome. I am just a little disappointed though, because I was hoping that it would be available online for people to purchase. Like I really wanted to support this collaboration. So that's my only qualm, is that I can't buy anything um, and to support the collections. They had, I don't, let me see, how many brands, how many designers did they have there? I believe it was three. Cap Hill for one. Let's see the names of the other ones. There are a few articles about it. If you go to their Instagram, they have a whole lot of footage on it. It looked like it was well attended, just a lot of different things, but definitely support Harlem Fashion Row. She is doing so much work and so much good stuff. And I love what they're doing. So make sure you support them. Let's see. So here's a little bit about it. In honor of Black History Month, Harlem Fashion Row and Macy's have teamed up. On February 5th, the retailer will host Harlem Fashion Row House at its New York City flagship store. It's a one-day activation and allows customers to shop curated collections from 18 Black-owned brands and converse with the participating designers. So it seems like they had a panel as well, which is great. Additionally, Macy's will feature three designers. This is the three-part I was talking about: the Megan Renee, Bruce Glenn, and Cap Hill, and its window displays throughout February. That's nice. That's really, really nice. I mean, I want them to do it for longer and not just for this month in particular, but you know, we'll take what we can get, right? Another interesting bit right now is with Saks Fifth Avenue. So a friend sent to me recently that Saks Fifth Avenue online, like the Saks off Fifth, the discounted store, they're closing and they're having a massive sale right now on their website. And then the Neiman Marcus discounted store is closing as well, but you can just go to neimanmarcus.com and then all their sale items will pop up. It's just so unfortunate because so many brick and mortar, so many stores are closing, and it's just, you know, these luxury retailers aren't doing that well. So the Saks Global and Amazon, they're ending their e-commerce partnership, which is really interesting. So it says here from fashionista.com that Saks Global has ended its e-commerce partnership with Amazon, shutting down its Saks on Amazon storefront. An anonymous source tells Reuters that Saks ended the collaboration because it saw limited consumer participation and wanted to focus on other parts of the business. The luxury retailer and market space giant had been in a legal battle ever since Saks filed for bankruptcy, and Amazon accused the retailer of misusing its investment and breaching the terms of agreement. That is beyond me. I didn't know that there was like beef and drama in regards to that, but I will say that I did find it to be interesting that you can buy luxury on Amazon like that. I mean, but everybody's on Amazon. Like, it's easy, it's convenient. It was actually a smart move, I think. But I think with this filing, with Saks filing bankruptcy, they have to cut every loss that they can, or like any additional partnership that they have going on. They have to cut it, which is unfortunate, but I can't say that I ever was really a Saks shopper. I did shop at Saks off Fifth, the discount store, but I wasn't really like a Saks shopper. So it's unfortunate for those that do shop at Saks that all of like their outlets and everything is closing, and the Neiman's one as well. But, you know, I mean, I don't see a lot of people buying luxury through a third party anymore. I feel like most people are buying luxury through the actual retailer. So if they want an Hermes bag, they just go to the Hermes store. If they want a Chanel bag, they just go to Chanel. I don't really see a lot of folks. Well, I will say I see a lot of people buying resale. So they're going on like the Real and all these different places where you can buy things pre-authorized, pre-loved, but authorized, saying that it actually is a real product. It actually is what they're claiming it to be and its value. And you buy it pre-loved for a discounted price. And there have been many complaints about designer bags have been raising their prices, but the quality is decreasing. Like I remember brands raising their prices 3 or 4 times throughout the year. But again, the quality is exactly the same. So I'm not sure, but we'll see what happens with Saks in the future. Allegedly, they're not able to pay their vendors right now, so they have to close all these like subsidiary things in order to keep the doors open, which sucks for all those people that work at the stores. You know what I mean? So many jobs are being lost, so it's really unfortunate. So let's see, in a lighter news, Jacquemus. So for those that are Jacquemus fans, Jacquemus just like really blew up, I believe, during COVID. Everybody was loving like those little tiny Jacquemus bags. Like they were literally, you couldn't fit anything in there. Okay, like maybe your keys, a lip gloss. I don't even think your phone could fit in those tiny little Jacquemus bags. But people were buying them, people were loving them, and I mean, for hundreds of dollars, people were buying those bags. Hey guys, thanks for joining me. If you could give this video a double tap, give it a like. It lets me know you're enjoying. And also, if you could subscribe to the channel, that would be awesome. I am very close to 2,000. But Jacquemus is really cool though, I will say. Like, I haven't necessarily purchased a bag, but I do like them because they're innovative. They're really cool. I mean, they're more than just cool, but they're innovative. I like that it actually gives, maybe not avant-garde, but just different. It's different. And I enjoy that and I appreciate that. And if I'm going to spend my hard-earned money on something, I want it to be different, right? I don't want, it depends on the mood, but 9 times out of 10, I want it to be, you know, kind of out there a little bit. Like, I'm not really a quiet luxury kind of gal. Like, I am, but I do like my standout pieces. So let me just preface that. I like my standout pieces, but I don't mind an avant-garde piece. And I feel like Jacquemus gives you that. But in other news, Jacquemus has a new brand ambassador, and he didn't do a traditional brand ambassador that folks would use, like an influencer. He didn't use um, a model per se, but he used someone who was real. He used someone who was close to him, and he used someone that, you know, means a lot to him. He used his grandmother, and I thought that was absolutely beautiful. And I love when they go against the status quo. I love when brands do something different but also meaningful. And when he added his grandmother, her name, I don't want to mispronounce her name, but I believe it's Ly Ly Lylan Lylene Jacquemus. But he used his grandmother, and in the photo that I have linked in the description box, she looks beautiful. She's dressed stunning, her hair, you know, like all the things. And, you know, she is a namesake. And I love that. I love that. I love that it gives people a chance to hope. Like, even though, yes, she is namesake, but here recently, I just feel like there's been a shift in the beauty and fashion industry where, again, the non-traditional model has more of a chance. Like, you know, someone who might be a little older, someone who's maybe, you know, more voluptuous, someone who's just, again, a bit different, doesn't fit the status quo, and I love that. So I'll read a bit about this. Brand Ambassador Lylene Jacquemus. On January 24th, 2026, Jacquemus unveils Lylene Jacquemus as its first ever brand ambassador. So not ever have they had one before. That's interesting. A deeply personal choice that returns to the very roots of Maison. Born in 1946. Wow, so she is 80. That's amazing. Raised in Alens, a small village in the south of France, Lylene grew up in a family of farmers raised by Italian single and independent mother, surrounded by sun-drenched landscapes, simplicity, and strong values. Let's go down here. Simone Porte Jacquemus honors the women who raised him and the heritage they passed on, a celebration of family, memory, and transmission. More than an ambassador, Lylene Jacquemus represents the soul of the Maison and a timeless reminder that Jacquemus is, above all, a story of origins. What did the kids do? I don't know. I love that. I love that so, so much. Like, I just think that's beautiful. Like, you hired your grandma or family member, like, you know, I don't know. Again, I just like the fact that it's unconventional, and I love the fact that it's different, and I love when brands go against the status quo and do something personal like that. I think that's outstanding. All right. Okay, so this one right here, 16 emerging brands. So this link right here from Birdie has a whole bunch of emerging Black-owned beauty brands and wellness brands that I had never known about before. So I was really excited to read this article to learn about all these new brands. I mean, and they have really established presence, all of this. So Tono Cosmetics, they have some fragrance brands here, some beauty brands, some lots of SPF, some moisturizers. They have one that was really interesting that I'm going to pull up. It's called Yes Day. It's the 5th one, and it's a tween skincare. So that's really interesting. And it's founded by Ron, oh gosh, what's his last name? Ron from Beauty Stat. He's the owner of Beauty Stat. So Ron Robinson, a world-renowned chemist. And then the tween is Coco Granderson, a teen skincare obsessionist, she's listed. So those two partnered together to create Yes Day. And it's a skincare brand I totally would try that. But here's the thing, clearly it's not targeted for me. It's not for my skin, but the packaging is adorable. It's made by Beauty Stats owner, who is a world-renowned chemist. I had one of his squalene products, and it was outstanding. Like, I can't talk enough about that. Squalene does wonders for your skin. Look it up. Squalene is amazing. It plumps the skin. It hydrates the skin. If you need a good pick-me-up, squalene. Get squalene. You can put it on your skin after you wash your face. Put a little squalene on, then put your moisturizer on. You can mix it in with your moisturizer. You have many different options that you can do with the squalene. But try squalene. So yeah, and like the names of this stuff is super cute. The sleepover set, just lots of really cute things. And then they have a teen community on their website too. So let's see. The teen community says, discover a happy place where teens and in-betweens develop healthy skin habits, build their confidence, and help shape Yes Day products. Wow, that's really good. Super cute. What else? So they have a few brands here that are focusing on skincare and SPF. They have one brand called Mia, or MIA, and she has something called the Mia Hair Block, and that's like sunscreen for your hair essentially. So it's a nourishing serum that acts as a barrier between your hair and the elements, protecting it from exposure and environmental stress. That's awesome. So again, it's so much. They have a brand called Perlay or Perlay. It's a toothpaste brand. Check out this article if you want to learn about new and emerging brands. Lots of different fragrance ones. A ton of stuff. A ton of stuff. Some of this stuff I'm definitely going to look into. Hair care. I mean, it just keeps going and going. Personal, feminine health care. Lots of stuff. There's this one brand called Soft Rose that I'm really interested in trying too, and a makeup brand called Coco Guerra. I have a lot to look into, even though this year I am on a very minimal spend, like a very minimal spend, because I have so much makeup already. I have so much skincare already. I have so much stuff, so I'm really not looking to invest in a whole bunch. But what I am willing to do is try something maybe once a quarter, or when I run out of something and it's time to replace it. If I don't have anything to replace that thing, then I will purchase something new. But I can't really buy much more stuff because I don't want it to go bad and I don't want to waste my money. So I am going to use the stuff that I have. So make sure you guys give this video a like and please subscribe to the channel. I greatly appreciate it. It lets me know that you are enjoying. I would love to read your comments, so please leave comments, especially if you're watching now or the replay. I will definitely respond to those soon. Okay, so what else? A couple other things I wanted to share was some new trends that I've been noticing. So before I knew this was a trend, I had cut my hair probably last September or October. I cut my hair to probably about like right underneath my ear, like right to the bottom of my neck. So it's grown out quite a bit, but hair bobs right now are like all the rage. So if you're interested in it, girl, get you a wig. Cut it into a bob, take an old wig, cut it into a bob, or if you're ready for a refresh yourself, cut your own hair into a bob. But I cut my hair, like I said, back in October, before I knew it was like even going to become a thing. So when I saw like everywhere trends for 2026, bobs, short haircuts, short haircuts. I was like, oh, well, I guess I was already on trend before I knew it was going to be a thing. So that's one trend. Another trend is the silk flower brooch. So if you like flowers or big brooches, I linked in the description box the brooch that I'm referring to. If you have on like a regular sweater, it's like a huge brooch that's like this size, but furry and big. I mean, it's huge. It looks like it's built into the sweater, and it's supposed to really like elevate anything that you have on, especially if you have on something that's simple. Um, it will really like take that look to the next level. And the last thing I wanted to mention was there's been a shakeup at MAC Cosmetics, which I'm a little, I don't know the ins and outs, but I was just a little bummed about that because there he had a black VP. And if you read the Essence article that I linked, it's a really good article that talks about her leaving. And it doesn't go into detail because, I mean, I'm sure they don't know why she left, but it just goes into detail about her career, her team that she was over at MAC Cosmetics. But yeah, she ended up leaving, and I don't want to pronounce her name because I don't know how to pronounce it at all. But if you looked at the thumbnail, she's the black woman that's next to my photo. But she had over 15 years experience between like L'Oreal and other companies like Revlon, Johnson & Johnson. And yeah, like she just won an award from the Fashion Group International, the Changemaker Award. So she was doing a lot, and she was doing a lot of great things at MAC Cosmetics, and they haven't even announced like who's going to be her successor yet, but she left. So I hope she's on to onward and upward, but I feel like I don't want to say I just feel like MAC has had a lot of change lately. Like they've discontinued a lot of their classic products. They've done a lot of things. I think we can't even get like some of the classic lip glosses anymore. I think we can get Myth, or was Myth discontinued? I don't know, but think of your favorite MAC glosses, and a lot of them have been discontinued. Now they still have Oh Baby. I think that's never going anywhere. They still have a few, but again, there's been a lot of change. So I'm just wondering what this looks like for MAC, because she was, what did she do there exactly? She was a top brand executive. She was the VP. Okay, yeah, so she was the senior vice president and global general manager of the brand. That's a big responsibility. But yeah, so she has stepped down. She has left the brand and left the group chat. So I'm hoping that, all is well there and she's on to some bigger and better things. But that is all that I have for this week of what's been going on in beauty. I will have more next week, next Friday at 7:30. So make sure you guys subscribe to the channel so you're up to date on all things what's new in beauty. Please give this video a like so I know you are enjoying the series that I'm doing here. And next week we'll have a few more things to talk about. We're definitely going to be talking about the Tyra Banks series, the America's Next Top Model series, and lots of other things. I also, before I go, wanted to chat on the fashion for the Olympics. If you guys have been watching the Olympics, you will have seen that Ralph Lauren did his thing for the American team. Like the outfits, oh, as the children do. Fabulous. Absolutely fabulous. I have nowhere to wear it, but give me one of them coats. Them coats are fire. Like this, I mean, everything is just, it's just top tier. 10 out of 10. Just look at the Olympics gear. Hopefully you'll be impressed as I was. And watch Mariah Carey's performance. Watch her performance. And then comment in the chat. Yeah, she looked great. She looked 10 out of 10. Like hair, flawless makeup, flawless, okay? She had like the cold girl makeup down, dress amazing. She served. She gave us all that she could. But her hair, makeup, and everything was outstanding. All right, guys, so that's all that I have. Thank you so much for watching. Please make sure you guys give this video a like and subscribe so we can chat next week. It'll be next Friday, unless something changes. I will put it on the thumbnail. I always put the date and the time, but hopefully Friday Night Live will be back next week. All right, guys, I hope you have a great weekend. Enjoy the Super Bowl. Whoops. And adios. Besos.